Alright guys, this was supposed to be an unedited one video deal, but I forgot some important stuff. So, gonna have to throw a little bit of editing in here. So, alright guys, I'm gonna be doing a 1,000 subscriber RC car scale crawler giveaway challenge. Right off the bat, I'm taking a taking a lead from my radio controlled car brother here and fellow YouTube video guy Ben Brubaker from Buy It, Break It, Fix It on YouTube. Check out his channel if you get a chance. He's a real good dude. Nevertheless, taking a cue from my boy here, my friend here. Guys, I'm not being sponsored by anybody. This is provided by me and me alone, me, myself, and I. I'm not being sponsored by YouTube or any of its affiliates or associates. It's not a paid giveaway in any way, shape, or form. This is all on me, guys. I'm taking full responsibility for the purchasing of said giveaway vehicle, and which will be a scale crawler of some sort, because that's what initially got me into the hobby, and I want to spread that out there with everybody else and get other people into the hobby. Like I said, I'm going to full responsibility for the shipping and purchasing of the vehicle. Once again, not being paid by anybody, not a paid giveaway, not being sponsored by anybody, not affiliated with YouTube or any of its affiliates or associates. This is being taken care of by me and me alone. So stay tuned, guys. Another video. This one's being attached to another video. So please watch the other video, guys. It's going to have full details on the giveaway, along with details on future giveaways. Once again, sponsored by me, myself, and I. So please stay tuned. Appreciate it if you watch the entire next video. You don't have to. I mean, you can fast forward towards the end or whatever if you want to. But once again, it's just good karma. I guess, I don't know, man. But giveaway coming up here soon, guys. So thanks for watching, and stay tuned for the attached video. Thanks again. What's happening, everyone? Jim here from RC After Dark. Very rare appearance out of me. Special occasion. Got a channel update for you guys. Going to talk about an RC car giveaway for you guys as well. Nice ready to run trail truck or scale crawler or trail truck, TF2 equivalent kind of thing, TRX4 type thing. And we'll get into that, guys. First, let's get down to basics here. I'm going to try to keep this as short as possible. And I'm going to try to give you the best description that I possibly can. Normally, guys, I wouldn't do this, and I wouldn't be telling anybody about what goes on in my personal life or anything like that. But since I have a YouTube channel, and this might cause a slight slowdown on my stuff here, I just wanted to give you guys a quick explanation. I figured, I would probably wonder, on some of the channels that I'm subscribed to or whatever, if somebody stops putting out videos all of a sudden, or you don't see any videos all of a sudden, it kind of makes me wonder if things are okay or whatever. But I'm just I'm just a caring person, I guess. But nevertheless, guys, like I said, trying to get all this done here, trying to freehand this, so no editing here on this one. About 5 months ago, guys, or 6 months ago, or whatever company that I work for, been with them, for about 6 years or so. They shut down, went out of business. No big deal. Things happen. It was a great company to work for. It was a great experience. Great people. But since then, guys, I've been putting all my time into the channel, trying to just better the channel in general in any way that I could. And I'm gonna have to move here pretty quick, in the next couple days, or pretty soon here, guys. In all reality, I'm gonna be moving here pretty quick. So, just want to give you guys an explanation and an apology for being late on replying to people's comments, and being kind of slow on uploading videos. And I also want to apologize to all the channels that I'm subscribed to, for being slow on watching everyone else's videos. To all my viewers, I'd like to, once again, apologize for being late on comments. Guys, for a video producer or whatever, if I can call myself that, I've only been doing this for like 11 months. You know, for like a video producer or whatever, you couldn't ask for a better audience or a better group of people to converse with. You know, I mean, from the bottom of my heart, man, you guys are the best people out there. You leave the best comments. I love talking with you guys. You know, you're just a bunch of great people in general. Couldn't ask for a better group of people to converse with. And you know, most sincerity from the bottom of my heart, man. I really appreciate you guys. So just bear with me on on my replies to comments and whatnot. You know, it's like I say, got a lot of stuff going on at the moment, so I might be a little bit slow on replying to comments, but you guys mean the world to me, so just bear with me. Same thing with all the guys or all the channels I'm subscribed to, guys. Watching everybody else's videos is also a high priority for me. I'm usually pretty quick on watching people's videos as soon as they come out. Nevertheless, guys, want to apologize for being slow on watching your stuff. Once again, just bear with me. Watching your videos is always a priority. Like I said, I always watch it from start to finish. I always watch the commercials beforehand. Always smash the like button or whatever. It's good YouTube karma. There's a lot of work that goes in that's involved with doing these videos and whatnot. A lot of work that goes into it. You wouldn't believe. For people that don't do it. Especially if you do like a build series, like when I did the build series on the Twin Hammers. A vehicle that in reality should only take you, 8 to 15 hours or something, to build, taken into effect for a dry time with paint, as long as you paint the body first or whatever. It's like a 8 to 15 hour build time or whatever. You can probably get the truck done in like 8 hours, or 8 to 12 hours. You're just waiting for paint to dry for the most part after that. But nevertheless, guys, a build like that should have been done relatively quick. It took me a few days, to build on camera. So that's when I kind of really realized how much work goes into doing this stuff and working on film. So once again, just out of pure respect, I'm always smashing the like button and watching all the commercials beforehand and whatnot, trying to support all the YouTube channels that I'm subscribed to or whatever. I'm all about helping out everybody else as well. Hopefully somebody will return it in kind if I ever start monetizing. If you ever start seeing commercials in front of my stuff, watch it for a few seconds at least, please. Help me out. Nevertheless, guys, want a big show. Give you guys a big thanks. All the guys that I'm subscribed to as well. Like I said, you guys produce great videos and whatnot, and you're all good people and whatnot, so I enjoy talking with you guys too. So big thanks out to all you guys. So anyway, guys, just to recap here, gonna be moving here pretty quick. There's two options really at this moment. Well, possibly three options. Option A, I could be moving. I live in Michigan, guys. I live in Oakland County, Michigan, 30 minutes outside of Detroit. I could be moving, like 10 minutes west over towards like Wixom, Michigan, where they used to make the Ford Lincolns back in the day, the town cars. Over that way, and if one job happens to work out, which could be a pretty good job, there's another job that I could possibly go apply for. That could be a really good job as well. But I don't know how that's going to work out. Like I said, I need to move here pretty quick, and I got a dog as well, so I got to take that into account for where I move to or whatever. But and then the third option. The third option is like 3.5 hours north, up to like Kalkaska, Mansalona, Michigan. There's a big snow belt on the jet stream that goes through there. A lot of lake effect snow in the wintertime. Easily conceivable to have 3+ feet of snow on the ground at all times during the winter. That's on the low side. It's you can see upwards of 4.5, 5 feet. There's a lot of snow on the ground, so that's gonna be new and interesting for the RCs. Really, the snow's gonna be crazy deep. The trail finder, that's basically 10.5 inches to the top of the roof. So 12 inches or whatever is a foot. You got 4 feet of snow above that. I got a pretty good imagination, guys. I'm thinking snow tunnels and all kinds of crazy stuff. So we'll see what happens with that. And then in the summertime, the filming is gonna be off the chain, guys. If I do go up north, a lot of hills, valleys, rivers, creeks, streams, ponds, a lot of big sand hills, muddy 2-tracks and peat bogs and whatnot. A lot of gas line trails, like 2-tracks that go down, gas pipelines. or whatever. A lot of high tension power line trails as well, big 2-track trails that go down these, real hilly, high tension power lines or whatever. A lot of snowmobile trails, ATV trails, off-road vehicle trails in general. You can pretty much walk out your door and start filming. You could, jump on your 4-wheeler or 3-wheeler or whatever, go film somewhere, jump in a 4x4 truck, head down a power line or a bike line, film anywhere. And the scenery is just unbelievable, guys. So it's going to be, if I do move up to, the third option there, the filming should improve, quite a bit just by scenery alone. And then, like I said, I'm filming right now with my camera, my cell phone, and my camera. Of course, I'm filming with the camera. Filming with my cell phone, guys. I don't have a computer. I'm not very tech savvy, so it's kind of amazing I've even gotten as far as I have. Background on myself, for all the new subscribers, we just, got over 200 subscribers. I think we're like 211 or something like that. All you new guys, I've, give you a little update out here on myself. There is a car giveaway talks here coming, so hold on for that. Just for the new guys, I've, born in 1974, I'm 43 years old. It's going to be 44 here at the end of February. Been into RC cars my entire life. Got my first car in 1979, 1980. Been into it ever since. A lot of toy grade cars, a lot of hobby grade cars, a mixture of all of them. Got out of the RC hobby in 2003. Last car that I had was a Nitro Revo, when the Nitro Revos were relatively new, so 2003, 2004, somewhere in there. And then, I was doing the whole life thing and whatnot, living on my own, girlfriend thing, out nightclubs and parties and whatnot. Did the whole motorcycle Harley thing, I grew up on motorcycles as well, motorcycles, snowmobiles. I had, not a spoiled kid, guys. My dad wasn't into sports of any kind. Wasn't into fishing, wasn't into throwing a frisbee, or throwing a baseball or anything like that, but motorcycles and snowmobiles and, technical stuff like RC cars. He got me my first RC car for Christmas. Like I said, when I was a young kid, he taught me how to solder when I was a real young kid, like, 4 or 5 years old, guys. No BS. My dad taught me how to solder. This is back in the 80s. You wouldn't do that nowadays. Because I always had a, not bragging, I just said I always had a, letting you guys know, always had a technical ability, the ability to work on things and tear things apart and fix them. A lot of kids have an interest in tearing things apart and seeing how they work. I was tearing them apart and fixing them, If my parents actually would view my videos and comment on things, they could tell you that, as well. But nevertheless, always had ability to, work on things and come up with new creations and, put my own radio gear, motors, and, in toy grade vehicles. I did this back in the 80s. Even messing around with rockets, rockets in the 80s, putting them on G.I. Joe vehicles and whatnot. So, and, gas fan powered motors, like the old Cox Black Widow 049 or 048, 049 engine, I think. It had a little built-in gas tank. I bolted one of those to a few blocks of wood in the back of an old Nylite, die-cast push car, made by Nylite or Nylon or whatever, and it had a reverse thrust airplane prop on there, a reverse rotation airplane prop or whatever, a pusher prop. Had that in the back of a Nylite truck. I actually have pictures of it laying around somewhere. But yeah, guys, I always messed around with that stuff. But I got out of it in 03. Got back into it here recently. Whole scale crawler thing sucked me in. Seen a Traxxas Slash on Facebook, hydroplaning water at first, and that caught my eye because it's just, it's crazy seeing an RC car hydroplane water. And then I stumbled across a few crawler videos, RC Sparks in general. He had his backyard crawler course, and that really sparked something in my imagination. I have an older brother. We both used to mess around with the RC cars. Built a lot of tracks back in the day, and little crawler courses of sorts, but back in the 80s, And the only thing you could really crawl with back then was the old Tyco and Radio Shack trucks, like the old yellow Radio Shack F-150 pickup with the big balloon tires on it, or the Chevron tractor tread tires with the balloon ones, and then the Tyco version of the same truck. I had a Tyco one I traded something for back in the day. My brother had the Radio Shack, but they ran on C-cell batteries and they had a pretty long runtime on it. And we used to play follow the leader, with those trucks. And you know, it was basically scale crawling back in the '80s, but you could only do it with those trucks. You know, once they went to battery packs, that was all over with. You know, and with the hobby grade cars, I did have a lot of hobby grade cars too at a young age. I got my first Frog when I was real young. Traded a motorcycle helmet for it back in the day. But nevertheless, guys, yeah, the hobby grade cars, you know, running on NiCad batteries, you know, they only ran for 5 minutes. You know, if you're lucky, charge it for 15, run for 5. You know, your imagination really doesn't take over in 5 minutes. You know, you didn't have that much to do back then. But you know, it was a lot of fun running them, of course. But yeah, lots of cars, guys, all kinds of rare cars. You know, Vericom Grizzlies. You know, I really can't tell you. You know. Less than 75 cars for sure. You know, I haven't had any more than 75. I wouldn't think. A lot of Tycos, Nikos, Radio Shacks, Tamiya's, Kyoshos. You know, Vericom Grizzly, obviously. Team Losi JRXTs. You know, Associated RC10, original RC10 Graphite. You know, Turbo Optima Mid SE. That was probably one of my favorite cars. Turbo Optima Mid SE, 4-wheel drive. You know, I put a Speed Gem Diamond motor in that. Novak Rooster ESC. Running Futaba gear. You know, that was one of my favorite trucks. I actually turned that into a stadium truck back in the day, back when the JRXTs and TXTs and all that stuff first came out, and was just killing those trucks, you know, because it was 4-wheel drive. And those guys were 2-wheel drive, and, you know, I had a diamond motor in it, man. That thing was that was a nice truck. I would love to have that truck today still. But yeah, guys, I actually had a huge RC car collection. A lot of stuff. I had another truck and trailer that I had made back in the day. You know, with a Kyosho boat on the trailer and another truck or whatever. And nevertheless, guys, I used to have all that stuff over at my friend's house, and I'm just letting you guys know this. I kept all that stuff at my friend's house, and he's a guy that I rode motorcycles with and whatnot. Real good dude, and good dude or whatever. Funny guy, big dude, but he was just funny as hell. But that guy, you know, he passed away a winter, December, you know, a year ago, December or whatever, basically. And I didn't find out about it until a few months later. And basically, you know, lost all my cars for the most part. You know, so not really too worried about the cars, but you know, it's a bummer about my friend. But had a lot of stuff, guys, and a lot of that stuff is gone. But nevertheless, you know, got back into it here and building a new collection, mainly because of RC Sparks and the scale crawler stuff, and watched a lot of his videos. You know, he's a good dude. You know, nevertheless. Good dude, and yeah, that basically got me into it. It's why I built the TF2. Out of all the vehicles here, you know, the TF2 is probably gets the least amount of views out of all the vehicles, and it's my favorite vehicle out of all of them. And like I said, I basically built that. It's like my tribute. It's like my tribute to the old Tycos and Radio Shack 4x4 trucks of the day, except you know the you know, souped up version or the beefed up version or the version I wish I had back then. You know, they definitely didn't make stuff like that back then. The Lipos and you know, all the Metal Gear. Yeah, they had the Tamiya Bruiser back then. You know, that was out back then. That's for sure. But that was a unreachable vehicle at my age. That was a, you know, unreachable goal or whatever to have something like that, the old Bruiser. But this is pretty close to a Bruiser. You know, I actually looked at those before I bought the TF2, but a lot of the aftermarket parts made for the Bruiser were made by RC 4-wheel drive. And then it got me looking at RC 4-wheel drive trucks, and I was just like, man, you know, if you're going to get a lot of aftermarket parts from RC 4-wheel drive, you might as well just get an RC 4-wheel drive. And I like the transmission in this one better than the Bruiser anyways. But yeah, so anyways, that's what got me back into the hobby, guys. So yeah, more stuff to come, guys, for sure. You know, if I move up north, like I said, big things are going to happen with the channel, a lot of cool stuff. You know, more upgrades to come. You know, the TF2 is not done. I'm going to put portals on it. Take the lift blocks off, you know, depending on how much lift the portals give me. I like the current lift, want to run with this height, so I just need to work that out. NQD, new stuff coming for that. Going to get a new jet drive in the future. Going to throw his name out there. It's not helping me out. He doesn't know I'm throwing his name out there. Mark Young, Youngsters Jet Boats on YouTube. If you get a chance, check him out. You know, if you want to see some cool jet drives, you want to see some cool jet boats, he makes his own jet boats, self-righting, and makes his own jet drives. And probably the best jet drives I've seen on the market, guys, in all honesty, better than a lot of production units. And he, like I said, he makes them all out of his backyard shed or whatever, and real high-quality parts, ceramic bearings. You know, makes all the parts that you can replacement parts for them. all different sizes. Like I said, makes a gigantic one for the NQD. He's making a big one currently. It's insane. But you can power a kayak with it, I'm pretty sure, just by looking at it. But yeah, if you guys are building a boat, or something, need a jet drive for something, or just want to see something cool, check out Mark Young, Youngsters Jet Boats on YouTube. Once again, he doesn't know what I'm talking about. I'm just trying to help somebody out. I'd do it for anybody. So yeah, guys, more stuff to come here in the future. More stuff for the WL toys. I want to get it wide open here in the future. New guys, I can't get it wide open. Can't get past 3/4 throttle before it flips over backwards. Can't mess with my gearing anymore. I've got it geared as tall as I can possibly do it for the moment. Any taller, and I'm gonna have to push start it. So that's gonna be kind of useless at that point in time. But FYI, when you do watch the videos when I'm hydroplaning and that one slow motion, speed shot or whatever, that's only 3/4 throttle. So when I'm going into the water with the truck or whatever, I can't just stab the gas. I got to find the sweet spot on it. And when it's 50 feet out to sea there, in my last hydroplaning video, I actually flipped it over backwards because I passed the sweet spot. But I'd like to get this thing wide open, so that's going to happen first in the future, and then we'll go from there. So next step is getting it wide open. Like I said, it started out as a cheap secondary trail truck for the TF2. Just wanted to get a cheap secondary trail truck. Parts started breaking, started doing upgrades, made it a nice reliable trail truck. Then I made it amphibious, which was probably my favorite part about it. That was probably my favorite form when I first made it amphibious. Still had all the ground clearance, could still climb and go off road and whatnot. Yeah, then we put the boat prop on it with the RC four-wheel drive 6x6 axle with the boat prop on the back, and that was kind of pointless, kind of a novelty item, I guess. The thought was there, but it just didn't work out very good. It was probably self-defeating or whatever. It was probably more of a problem, more of a hindrance than it did me any good. But nevertheless, yeah, we blew out the gears on that bad boy, put the stock WL Toys axle back on it, beefed it up with some JD weld or whatever, and made it a little bit stronger. But yeah, more stuff to come with that, guys. So yeah, still gonna keep on trucking, gonna keep building videos, and gonna be moving pretty quick. But wanted to, like I said, throw out the apology to all you guys for being slow on responding to comments and watching other people's videos. So back to the giveaway, guys. Want to get this done here. All right, guys. I'm, like I said, a real honest guy, a real genuine guy, down to earth. Very giving. I'd love to do a giveaway. Every X amount of subscribers. I would have liked to have done a giveaway at 100 subscribers or 200 subscribers. But I just can't really afford to do that, guys. I just can't do it at the moment. It'll be tough. So let's start doing some milestone giveaways here. Hell or high water giveaways. I'll make it happen. If we hit 1,000 subscribers, guys, share the word. It's pretty much on you guys. If we hit 1,000 subscribers, I'll do a nice ready-to-run trail truck giveaway. Something TF2 equivalent, maybe a TF2 Marlin Crawlers edition, TRX4 Tactical. Axial just came out with a new SCX-10-2 Jeep 4-door, something like that. We'll give away a nice, scale crawler, or trail truck, because that's kind of what got me back into the hobby. That's what I really love the most about it. And, I want to spread the RC sickness of crawling, so, get other people out there doing it. So, we'll give away a truck like that. And what I'll do is, we hit 1,000 subscribers, I'll make a video and be like, hey, we just hit 1,000 subscribers, blah, blah, blah. And I'll pick 5 of the top current scale trucks, or crawler trucks, whatever the top 5 are at the time. Possibly even that new 8 scale Jeep that, I don't know if it's Asia Tees that makes it, or Boom Racing that makes it, but you've seen it on a couple other videos. Probably maybe one of those as well or something. We'll add that into the mix, depending if it's in the right price range. And then I'll pick these 5 vehicles, do a video on that, let you guys pick one of the 5, and then we'll do a giveaway on that. Now, here's a kicker, another kicker to that. It's a bonus kicker. If you guys pick a vehicle, let's say the most expensive vehicle is the Marlin Crawlers, TF2. Let's say that's the most expensive vehicle, and you guys pick a vehicle that's cheaper. Whatever the cost difference is, or whatever the price difference is between the cheapest vehicle and the most expensive vehicle, or not the cheapest, but whatever the vehicle that you guys pick, if it's $60 or $70, less than the most expensive vehicle, I'll make up that price difference with scale accessories or tires or something to, you know, enhance your vehicle. So it's a win-win. You know, if you pick the most expensive vehicle, then you get the most expensive vehicle. You know, if you pick a vehicle, like I said, it's not as expensive, you know, and there's a, you know, whatever the price difference is between that and the most expensive one, I'll make it up with some gear for your stuff. So that's gonna do it, guys. That's gonna be it's up to you guys. You know, we get 1,000 subscribers, we'll give away one nice ready to run trail truck, possibly some accessories depending on what you pick. And the next step will be 2,500. We get 2,500 guys, we'll do another giveaway, possibly 2 scale trail trucks. And if we hit 5,000, I think it'd be 1,000, 2,500. We hit 5,000 would be the next step after that. You know, we'll see, maybe 3 scale trail trucks or whatever. And then after that will be 10,000 mark, and we'll go on and on and up and up and up and go from there, guys. So, like I said, very giving person, you know, and I want to hook you guys up as much as I possibly can. You know, I really can't see hitting 1,000 subscribers anytime soon, you know. So, you know, like I said, if it happens within a month, you know, whatever the trucks are new in a month. If it happens within a year, you know, or 2 years or whatever, you know, so on and so forth. But however long it takes, like I said, we'll pick the newest vehicles and let you guys choose from there. But you know, if I hit 10,000 subscribers in a month, I might be in trouble because I have a lot of cars to give away here. So we'll see what happens. But that right now, guys, first goal 1,000 subscribers. If we can hit 1,000 subscribers, you know, we'll give away a nice ready to run vehicle. Like I said, I want to hook you guys up and get the whole scale crawling thing out there for everyone else. And so that's going to do it for right now, guys. First goal is 1,000. Tell everybody you know. Hopefully you guys will watch some of the videos and you know want to support the channel at the same time. So once again, love all you guys out there, man. Best audience and group of people that anyone could ask for. And we'll see y'all in the next video. I'm cooking here, cooking my butt off. I'm gonna take the TF2 out here in a minute. And yeah, we'll see you on the next video. Thanks, guys.